I'm another victim of the show because, hey man, I love the show. This shit is gas, bro. I'm telling y'all. I don't know if y'all seen mushoku tensei or not. I think that's how you pronounce it. But hey, man, I did not expect to like the show a lot. Now I know going into it, I've asked a lot of people. A lot of people said, "Nah, it's weird. Don't watch it. The guy's a pedo and stuff like that. Like, why do you support that?" And this is all I gotta say to this, because I know some people are gonna come for me. Like, listen, if someone watches the show just because they watch it, you think they're a pedo, whatever, you think they're a pedo too. Hey man, you gotta get that mindset out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's just the anime, just like any other type of media form. It's just a story and stuff like that. If you don't want to watch it and you think it's gross to you, cool. Just don't watch it. You can have your opinions about it, but don't try to like attack others just because you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay if you don't like a show. You know, it is what it is, bro. I like the show. I think it's really dope, really cool. The character and the MC, he's actually growing as a person and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. He still has perverted moments here and there, but he does end up like growing little by little as the story goes on and stuff like that. And like, I get it, because if y'all don't know, the main character, his name is Rudy S. I don't know his actual like real name, like in like Earth terms or whatever, because it's like isekai, and the only isekai I seen was ReZero, and this one I prefer this one way better over ReZero. Not to say that I didn't like ReZero, I just wasn't super heavily invested in. And also too, I have not read the light novels or the manga or anything like that. I'm just the anime only, so everything I'm going to be saying is just my anime experience watching the first season and the second season up until 22, I believe, episode where like Paul dies and stuff like that. Man, that episode broke me. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'll probably talk about it like later on throughout the vid, but yeah, that episode broke me, but that's kind of where I left off. So I pretty much bitched all this in like 2 days, so everything that I say is in 2 days, so I might forget a lot of major plot points and stuff like that, but I just kind of just want to give my thoughts overall, what I think about the show and stuff like that. And yeah, just to see if you guys can relate to it, or maybe like so, and if y'all want to spoil me, y'all can. I really don't care at this point, because I don't know when's the next season we're gonna get, and I'm probably gonna read the light novels or not go on YouTube and just someone explain like the rest of the story, what happens, because I'm super heavily invested in the story, like I said, because it's a really good story. So like I said, the MC is basically like this 40-year-old guy. He ends up dying in the real world, and he gets reincarnated into like this new world, and the mushoku tensei world, I guess you could say. And he pretty much has like a new second chance of life, a new beginning in a sense. And as the story goes on and stuff like that, the more I watch it, it doesn't really seem like a redemption story at all. It's more like him wanting to change for the better, and him like it's on his own terms, him wanting to get better. He appreciates this new life that he has compared to his old one, because as you keep watching the show, he like you get to see that he had a lot of problems in the past, like PTSD problems, him getting bullied and stuff like that. He just stayed locked up in his room, never really cared for anything. He just basically was cool, I guess, with just dying, because just nothing was really going for him. And with this world that he's that new world that he's in, he actually appreciates things as he goes on and stuff like that. And he's still learning. I feel weird calling him a kid, because like essentially you're not really a kid, you're just in the body of a kid, but like you're really not mentally, so that can kind of get weird at times accepting that. But once you move past that, and once you move past like the perverted scenes and stuff like that, it's a really good show, especially with like the characters. In season 1, bro, I had a blast. Season 2 was a little bit more slower to get into, especially when we got to like the Magic University and stuff and everything. I was like, oh, okay, cool, slice of life moments, character development, but I feel like a lot of these are like set up for maybe the future points of the story and stuff like that. But I can see why a lot of people kind of fall off with season 2. Then it picks up though, but nothing like season 1 though. Season 1 to me, I had a blast. I think it was because of the adventures of Ares, and I forgot that bald dude's name. He ended up having green hair, then he shaved it off. I think his name was like Rujert or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but something along the lines of that. And then Rudy S. And they basically go on this adventure of them trying to get back home and stuff like that after the mass teleportation incident. And essentially, we as the viewers, we really don't know what really happened until like, you know, later as the story goes on and stuff like that. But the adventures of them are super dope. And one thing that I really like about the show, and I think the strong point, is the characters themselves, like the dynamics, how much they grow as a character as the show goes on and stuff like that. Especially with like the first trio that we met, Rudy S. and stuff like that with Ares. Because Ares starts off like this bratty, spoiled brat or whatever. And then as the show goes on, she ends up becoming a really cool, strong warrior. She ends up, I guess her and Rudius end up having a thing and stuff like that. the bald guy, he ends up kind of being like a father figure to him in a sense, but at the same time training them, watching them grow, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really dope like adventure story in a sense, because like it has a lot of world building. And by the way, when it came to like the animation, like especially for season 1, they killed it, bro. Season 2 they did kill it too, but like more with season 1 because we had more action scenes and stuff like that. Animation, y'all don't gotta worry about that. If y'all like me who like a show with animation and stuff like that, animation goes crazy. OST is really well done, especially in the right places, because at times when a certain character dies and stuff like that, especially with like the latest episode, there's no music at all, and you really get to like see the room, read the room and stuff like that. And I like it when shows do that, especially if they do it well. You really get to feel like the grief of certain characters and stuff like that, like their deaths. You're just like, damn, like this shit really just happened. But yeah, man. Oh, you don't gotta worry about the department. But like I said, when it comes to the character dynamics, one character dynamic that I really like in this series is the relationship between Rudius and his father, Paul. Because Paul, I like to think of him as like a lot of fathers in like the real life world, where like they have drinking problems, they have like their vices, but at the same time they want to do what's best for their family. They know deep down they're not the best father, and they feel really bad about it, but they still care for their family, and they're willing to do anything for the family if it came to put your life on the line. And that's kind of how I view Paul in a sense, because he's a very flawed character. Because like whenever Rudius ends up finding Paul again for the first time after like I don't know how many years, you get to see they both have a miscommunication with each other, and they end up fighting and stuff like that. Paul is like, where have you been all this time? You think this is just fun and all games and stuff like that, while I'm out here trying to look for your family, your mother and stuff like that. What have you been doing? And Rudius, I guess, kind of didn't want to tell his father like the major things that happened to him, because if y'all know in season 1 he basically almost died. I think it was like what, episode 21 or whatever, when they met and I'm not, like I said, I'm all over the place, but there's this character that he sees in his dreams called the Man God, and he kind of like warns him about like the future stuff or whatever. But I don't really trust him, because I feel like he's manipulating Rudius for his own plan. I don't know, he just doesn't really give me good vibes for whatever the reason is. But regardless, he ends up meeting they encounter this dude called the Dragon God or whatever, and they basically end up fighting. And that episode for me, bro, really was a turning point, because I'm like, shit, it's about to get crazy, because like Rudius just died, but not really, because he got saved at the very end. But like he gets clapped, the other dude gets clapped, major clap. I did not think, because he was basically to me like the strongest person that I've seen up to so far, because every time Rudius and them needed help, he pretty much just like one-shotted everything, but not that Ostrich guy. He literally just completely dominated him, and Ares had no chance. And it really showed how long way they still have to go and stuff like that to get stronger and stuff like that. And basically, like I said, basically Rudius almost died, and so when he meets Paul and stuff like that, he never really, I guess, told Paul that he was about to die. He held a lot of things back, and I guess made everything like to Paul that like it was in a fun adventure in a sense. But I guess he just worded it wrong, and Paul took it the wrong way. Like I said, both of them were kind of just in the wrong, and just I guess, and later on they make up amends and stuff like that. But that's kind of what I like about the show, character dynamic, I guess, in the sense that like both of them as father and son. I feel like a lot of people in real life kind of wish they had that, or they maybe had that, like they squash beef with their parents and stuff like that, and they pretty much go on and live life and stuff like that. But obviously this is anime, so it's different. But yeah, that's one thing that I really like about their relationship, because Paul's like a very flawed character. He has his vices, sleeps with a lot of women, I guess you could say. Because for God's sakes, bro, he slept with the maid, the one that like does their chores and everything, like, and they had a kid. So it's like, yeah, come on, man. Hey man, I guess it's polygamy in this world and stuff like that, which is fine. But for some reason, I feel like Rudius is gonna follow that footsteps. I don't know why. I just got a gut feeling he is. But regardless. Yeah, so once we get to like episode 22, which is like the latest episode, he ends up dying and stuff like that, and it really sucks, bro, because I really like Paul, but at the same time, knowing what I kind of know now, I guess, in a sense, like when we find out towards the very end of the episode that when they rescue his mom and his mom wakes up, she kind of has like this Costco moment where like I guess she can't really speak, but I don't really know too much, so they might elaborate that next episode. But I'm kind of glad in the sense Paul died, because I feel like if he managed to live, them fighting the Hydra and everything, he probably would have been more devastated knowing that, like, damn, like, my wife just can't speak or doesn't remember anything. I feel like that would have been more devastating for him. Like I said, Paul really did have a lot of flaws as a dad and stuff like that. And he even admitted it too, that he really couldn't do nothing for Rudy, but he was proud of Rudy in a sense also to becoming his own man, having his own family. And it sucks that he's not going to see his child I guess that's what probably hurt me the most, is like he's not gonna really be there for Rudeus, watching him grow up. Like he did watch him for a good period of time because he had a lot of like confidence in him and stuff like that. He was very proud of Rudy. He had a lot of potential in him, and he saw that, which is why he always like, I guess, had a lot of confidence and he basically had like a lot of trust in Rudeus. But the fact that like he's just not gonna be able to like experience that, I guess, kind of really sucks for me. Like knowing, like, yeah, I don't know, it's just one of those things. Like I really felt sorry for Paul and stuff like that. Like I said, he might not have been the greatest father, but he did what any father should do: is protect your loved ones, protect your family. He basically, and I guess, kind of completed the mission. And if it wasn't for him, bro, they all probably would have been cooked, bro, because he really was like fucking up the Hydra and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this show overall, bro, is really dope. Like I said, I know I'm all over the place because there's still a lot of questions that I'm really wondering. Like the man god, is there more like the dragon god? Like what is he? Is he gonna play into a factor and stuff like that? Because like I said, a lot of great things, but like I said, this show does have its like minor flaws, I guess you could say. Like I know it has like a lot of perverted scenes and stuff like that, and which I know a lot turns a lot of people off. I guess a lot of polygamy as well. And bro, Roxy's friend, bro, she is a fucking bop, bro. I cannot believe Cliff is like really trying to like wife that. Hey man, hey, shout out to Cliff though, because I know it's a curse of hers that she can't stick to one guy and stuff like that. And I don't blame Cliff, you know what I'm saying? Because I would hit it too if I was in that world. Would I cuff? Absolutely not. But hey man, shout out to Cliff though. But like I said, bro, this show has a lot of characters, and like I said, I know season 1 and season 2 are way two different things, but season 2 I feel like is necessary, especially like the whole arc of like the Magic University for Rudeus' character development and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what's coming next. Like I said, I think there's only 2 more episodes till the end of the season is over. I know I missed a lot of like vital points here and there. I just didn't want to make this video too fucking long, but I really just want to give my thoughts on what I think about the season overall and stuff like that. And yeah, I just really love the series, like I said, man. And it's really sad too, also, to knowing that like Rudeus thinks that Iris like really left her and stuff like that, but hopefully he finds out that like Iris just left because she wanted to get strong and stuff like that. So one day when she comes back to Rudeus, she can come back and just hold her own, protect Rudeus. Because like as the adventures, if y'all saw, Rudeus was pretty much, and him and the bald guy were pretty much always there protecting Iris when Iris kind of needed help and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, Iris did hold her own and stuff like that, but I guess she always relied on Rudeus for like the plans and stuff like that. And I guess that's why she kind of left, which kind of sucks for Rudeus, because imagine losing your virginity for the first time and she's gone, and he falls into like this depression state. But hopefully Rudeus finds out one day that she left because solely for the base of just wanting to get stronger to, like, you know, protect them and other loved ones, I assume, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I miss her. Hopefully we see her again, because we haven't seen her in season 2, I believe. So hopefully we see her in the next. Like I said, I'm really curious to see where the show is gonna go on from here, because I might read the light novels once the season's over, but I'm not 100% sure. But like I said, if y'all want to spoil me what happens and stuff like that, feel free. But if not, then it's cool. I'll probably like look up some YouTube videos. But let me know what y'all think about Mushoku Tensei. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, sorry I'm all over the place with this review. I just kind of wanted to give my quick thoughts. I know it's a longer video, but yeah.